All right, so trying something different for screen recording. Anyway, the thing that I just got done is the client server aspect of version 8 of Veraldo. So let me just demonstrate what that does. Okay, so first thing first, go ahead and make it, and then I run the server program in one terminal. Okay, and it dumps out just some basic initialized three-dimensional array. It's really small. It's just command line output. Then I go over to one of the client terminals, and I run the client program. Now what that does is it sends a message to the server process and adds it to a list of clients on the server process. So basically, it's using the system call poll, which takes a list of file descriptors, and here those file descriptors are pipes relating to, well, okay, so there's one pipe that's set up for every process to communicate with the server. It's called server NP. And then each process that joins creates two other pipes that are named for that process number. There's a send and receive pipe, and then all the subsequent communication between the server and the client processes are through those pipes with the PID number in them. So if I want to, I can run more of them. Yeah, it puts a little wonky right now. I just got done debugging this with strace because it is really being a pain in the ass. Anyway, so it's not, yeah, it's not pretty right now. But anyway, it does what it's supposed to. So I've got two clients connected now, and I can connect a third one. In like a second or two, it'll show that there will be three clients after the, yeah, so there's three clients, and poll returns 0, which means there's no further information. Basically, if I want to, I can add more clients, because right now what the client does is it connects, and then it shuts down. There's no disconnection on the server side or anything like that. So basically, until you shut down the server, you're going to keep adding clients. So here, I can just keep adding them. Yeah, so that's it's really strace was a big deal here because yeah, I was doing some really stupid shit. I don't have a great understanding of the process for using open, close, read, and write the system calls. So that took a little bit of trial and error. Though right now I'm a lot closer to where I wanted to be. I have bidirectional communication between each of these processes, and see, because the server sends a message back to the client that says you're in number, whatever the PID is. So it sends it through that PID receive pipe, and that that's the way it communicates with the process with that PID. So it's coming along. Basically, where we're going to get to with this is each one of those client processes are going to be able to send commands allowing, like basically drawing or like manipulating a list of real-time primitives or something. I don't know. Right now, this is going to be more for creation of three-dimensional arrays. This is going to be for creating a texture. So there's going to be a command that will take and load that texture onto the GPU, and in essence, I'll be able to manipulate it on the CPU side, and then generate a PNG image, send that PNG image to the GPU. And that's pretty much where we're at right now. I have all the code for Veraldo implemented from before. I may do some small things to change it, but basically Veraldo is going to be sitting on the server side along with the glut functions. All the glut functions are going to run on the server process. So it's going to set up a window, and it's going to start rendering the three-dimensional texture. Now I have some different ideas about how I'm actually going to be doing the rendering this time. It's going to be very similar to what I did with the CPU raycast renderer, except I'm going to try and do it as a fragment shader. So for every pixel, in the same way, for every pixel, I'm shooting a ray into the scene, seeing if it intersects with a box. That box is going to be mapped to a three-dimensional texture, and then it's going to step through that three-dimensional texture until it hits something opaque or it hits the other side. And that's how the output color is going to be determined. So I'll have to figure out like alpha blending, things like that. So transparency is going to be something I have to implement because I can't rely on OpenGL's alpha blending anymore based on the way I'm doing that. I'm not using points as primitives anymore. I'm just using two triangles that cover the screen, essentially just a rectangle. So it's gonna cover the entire screen, and then the fragments on those two triangles are what are going to generate the rays going into the texture. So that's the plan.